What's the word, y'all, man? It's your boy Humphrey with 4 E's, and this is The Context. Anyways, in this video, it's pretty self-explanatory, I'm not gonna lie. I'll just be giving context to, who I am, what I do, the things I create, and why I create them, I kind of came out the blue with this. I kind of felt like, I owed y'all like a piece of context or something, just a little piece. So yeah, in this video, we about to get into it. For sure. So first things first, I'm a photographer and a DP, and if you don't know what that means, it basically means I take pictures, create pictures, then take the pictures that I create, put them together, and make motion pictures. Yeah, that's that. I was born and raised in Houston, Texas, so a lot of my videos are shot here, but don't be surprised if you see me pop out to a city near you, because I do a good amount of traveling. So yeah, I shoot mainly in Houston. I still live in Houston, but I shoot all over the country for real. YouTube is one of the platforms that I use to express myself, but I've always done that. I've always been expressive since a kid, whether it was the way I dress, my music. I've always been expressive in YouTube. This is my YouTube, and it's just one of the platforms I use to do that. But yeah, I express myself in different ways across multiple platforms, just in different ways, you know what I'm saying? A good example of a different way I like to express myself is, hold on real quick. So yeah, my vlog is a good example of one way I like to express myself, and it's just how I do it. Sometimes I go from my phone to my camera, it just depends. But yeah, a vlog. Matter of fact, I want to vlog a little bit of today, so hold on. Well, I'll hit you at the next low. But yeah, I make multiple types of videos on different platforms. One more. But no, yeah, I make different creations across a different spectrum of platforms, and I like to label them by different levels of vulnerability that I'll get into a little bit later. But being honest, being so very, very honest, none of this would be possible without my beautiful mom, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, she passed away in 2020, and yeah. That's practically where this all started, I'm not gonna lie. So I feel like it'd be right to get into that first. Right on. On March 27, 2020, my beautiful mama died. And that's where all of this began, honestly. Her name was Alice Humphrey. Her name is Alice Humphrey. She studied photography when I was younger, and that's how I got my cameras. When she passed, they were handed down to me. So everything you see me release, whether it's photography, the Flick Diaries, this video included, it's all been shot on cameras that I was handed down from my mother. That shit had me messed up bad, bro. So bad that years later, I decided to make a YouTube video expressing how bad I felt. But I didn't want my first YouTube video to be such a dark video, so I decided to make a bright video to start my YouTube channel off with. And that video is called Manifesto. What's up, Jack? Then I made a video depicting how I really felt, and that video was called The Dialogue. The Dialogue is a video I made, and I just wanted it to be based off of my inner dialogue as I was going through the beginning stages of grieving, you know what I'm saying? A lot of that was foreign to me, and I wanted to document those inner thoughts, my inner dialogue. I broke it up into multiple chapters to show the different phases that I was going through as I was grieving, This whole process, I got an analogy for it. I like to call it the damn analogy. It starts off with me being distraught.
Did I really just lose my mama? Why can't I feel anything?
During this time, I was really just numb. When I first got the news, I was just numb. Like, it was just like my world had got rocked, bro. Then it goes into till school. I like to call it the damn analogy because during this time, till school, I was avoiding it, I was avoiding the loss of my mom. I was avoiding grieving my mom, and I like to call it the dam analogy because I could compare that to a wall being built up. I was creating the dam during this time by avoiding what I was doing, and you can kind of see that And in the dialogue where I have a part where I'm just like smoking, skating, doing all these other things, these were things I did to distract myself from what was really going on in my mind and in my heart. Then you got school. The school segment has the most dialogue in it. And it's like that for a reason. It's like that because once I got to school, all the stuff that I was avoiding, it hit me. I didn't have any more distractions. So school, in the dam analogy, was the dam crashing now. The dam was forced to crash. It broke. The dam broke. And the water were my emotions. They flooded me.
I really don't know how to do
gotta
this
hit
shit,
ATL.
man. I really wish I
shit,
had
bro.
this shit.
I can't do this shit.
Only if my mama was here.
And last but not least, man, I love art.
Don't you just love art?
The video was about something I had went through, I want to say about 2 years prior. You know what I'm saying? So the process that y'all were watching that video, it was over by the time I was making that video. So Man I Love Art was honestly me kind of getting to that acceptance part of the grief process and realizing, man, I love art. It represented the path I was already planning to take. Art. I was planning to create art. I started to learn, man, I love art. Man, I love expressing, you know what I'm saying? I made art about when I was, about the whole thing. So that path, in that part of the analogy, I feel like the city began being rebuilt. Truth be told, this segment isn't about me, it's about losing my mom, but I do want to say some words about my mom and who she was, because, she was a beautiful person, She raised me practically on her own, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, so I want to say a few words about my mama, and who she was. My mom truly, she was the type of person that brought people together, you know what I'm saying? Anyone that knows me, they hear me reference my aunts all the time. These are women that raised me. But my aunts truly are, a lot of my aunts, I have actual aunts, but a lot of my aunts are just my mom's good friends who just helped raise me, help my mom, and like blood couldn't make us any closer, you know what they say? And like that's just the type of person my mom was. I feel like that says a lot about her character. Like she just brought people from different walks of life. She brought them together, you know what I'm saying? And when she passed, as a 18-year-old boy, seeing the impact and how it impacted so many people, my mom passed, and years later, people coming up to me, speaking on my mom and what she might have done for them in this circumstance, or, you know what I'm saying? That inspired me, you know what I'm saying? That inspired me to create so I can have that same type of impact, you know what I'm saying? So that's another reason why I got into this, why I started sharing my art publicly, you know what I'm saying? Just to have at least half the impact that my mom had on people's lives, you know what I'm saying? Not gonna lie though, a lot of the things she used to like try and teach me and instill in me as a kid used to annoy me, bruh. It used to annoy me just because as a kid I didn't understand any of that stuff. I didn't understand what my mom was talking about, but my mom was really always preparing me for where I am now. And she used to say it too. She used to say, bro, you're not gonna understand or really appreciate what I'm trying to get into your hard head of yours until I'm gone. She used to say that, like I wasn't gonna understand it until she wasn't here anymore to tell me. And to this day, I still hate how right she was, bruh. She was very right, you know what I'm saying? A lot of lessons that my mom used to try to instill in me as a kid, I rejected, I didn't appreciate until I became older, until my mom wasn't here anymore, and I understood so deeply what she was trying to instill in me, you know what I'm saying? She taught me so many things she would tell me, but she mostly taught me through the way she lived, you know what I'm saying? She taught me to embrace who I am, you know what I'm saying? Carve my own path, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, just enjoy life, you know what I'm saying? And I really create with the intention that everything I put out there reflects that, you know what I'm saying? It's all none of this would be possible without Alice Humphrey. None of this, you understand? So, yeah, now I come to learn and appreciate the lessons that she was trying to tell me, and she's no longer physically here, you know what I'm saying, for me to just like really tell her thank you, you know what I'm saying? But truth be told, outside of the photos, videos, any of that shit, I really aspire to be just like my mom, bro. Real spill. truth be told, I just yearn for community, you know what I'm saying? I just yearn for that safe space, you know? My mediums are photography and cinematography, but to me, those are honestly just tools I use to create that community and that safe space, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that shows in my work, and I have a spectrum of things I create, and I'm gonna use this time to go over that spectrum. I was a photographer first, so first off, we have photos. Really just started out as a hobby, you know, I have fun documenting places, you know, people, things, you know, nouns and shit. And then, the more I got into it, I found myself just wanting to study it, and it became fun. And then, I started doing it for real. And, photos. I love doing photography. I love just documenting people. I just love documenting, honestly. You know what I'm saying? I feel like things need to be documented. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I do photos. And honestly, making it look cool is just a plus. I'm not gonna lie. Next up, the infamous Get Ready with Humps. The great Carlos Miller once said, in order to do things you want to do, sometimes you got to do things that you don't want to do. But no, I make those just to really, those are funnel videos. I call them funnel videos. They also funnel y'all to all my other videos. So if you're ever watching Get Ready with Hump and thinking to yourself, man, I should watch something else he created, you definitely should. I agree. My baby, The Flick Diaries. I love that series I created. One, because I can always say that I created that, like nobody else created that. As far as that goes, as tall as that tree goes, I'm the one that planted the seed, and I always take mad pride in that shit, because I feel like it's just a hard-ass series, a hard-ass concept. You know what I'm saying? It makes me a better photographer and cinematographer. It definitely does, bro. Like, just the location scouting of it, the scouting the people, the scouting the locations, the scouting the mood. All right, up next we got vlogs. I like doing vlogs. They're fun. I love vlogging, bro. Vlogging is cool because it also helps me with my cinematography. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch one of my vlogs and see how I shoot them bad boys. And I like to, everything I create has just like a different, I like to sprinkle my creativity into everything I create. Even things as simple as vlogs and Get Ready With Me, I like to maybe in a Get Ready With Me, I might put a story in it. Or in a vlog, I might put an alternate shot in it that gives you an alternate angle. And you're like, dang, that shit's like kind of clean, kind of crisp. I guess we go from there. But that's the update. They not always the best. I just learned that myself. I could document, like I said earlier, the Flick Diaries. So it gives you a whole nother look on how the Flick Diaries is created. I can practice my cinematography by using more than one angles. Like, I rocks with vlogging. It's fun. And last but not least, we have mini movies. Kind of like the one you're watching right now. My mini movies are honestly the reason I felt the need to make this video the context, because they were such just like a natural form of expression to me that when I was going through things, I just picked up a camera and started recording and began to tell stories or give you these perspectives of what I might have been going through.
For one, they didn't know a good amount of the items in our crib was free. My mom was an avid dumpster diver. Man, them folks at the loft would put some pieces of furniture by the dumpster. My mom would pick that shit up, wipe it off, and next thing you know, we got a new TV stand. 2.
You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the reasons why I love creating these mini movies, because they're a great form of expression. You know what I'm saying? A complete creative control. They're very vulnerable. The ones I've made, you can go back and watch, or you've seen from the clips that they were very vulnerable. And I love that, because that's the opposite end of the spectrum. You know, on one end, you got to Get Ready With Humps that can be like more lighthearted. They can get vulnerable too, but they can be a lot more lighthearted. I'm just really talking shit, putting some clothes on. But then you got the other end of the spectrum, which is my mini movies, and it's like, those are vulnerable.
Took me coming here to realize I hate this shit.
I wonder what my mama doing up in heaven right now.
But it also shows the duality of who I am. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, on this one day, I'm just like talking shit, putting clothes on. But on this side, I'm fucking battling suicidal thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So, that's why I like the mini movies, because they really just like encapsulate, I think that's a word. They just encapsulate who I am as a person and what I like to do, you know. They helped me with my cinematography, helped me learn how to tell stories, helped me experiment, create, you know? And yeah, they're called mini movies now, but they won't be for long because one day, Humphrey, 4E's, will be making movies. Not mini movies, movies. In my work, in my photography, my videos, I low-key just showcase people, you know, while at the same time showcasing myself, you know? And like I said, that's what that intent of building that community and that safe space by just inspiring people to be vulnerable, to be themselves, to embrace their duality, to understand that there's more than one side to you, to understand there can be fucking 20 sides to you at once, you know what I'm saying? And I try to embody all of that in the way I create.